Hello, hello. Oh,
hello.
Okay. And we are live.
Oh, yes, we are.
Welcome to the Swerv Show.
What's up?
All right, April 10th, my folks.
April 10th.
No April Fool's jokes for y'all.
No April
All
Fool's
right.
jokes.
Hello, everybody on Facebook.
Hello.
Like and share.
Like and share.
Ego, can we have a little more light?
Yeah, they're a little dark over
We're
there.
dark over here. We need a little more light.
But we
Catch
look
my
fabulous.
lips. Don't we?
But you're sitting up so high, Savannah. So welcome to the Swerv Show. My name is Jamil Fletcher. I'm the publisher of Swerv Magazine.
Yes.
And we are here with our full cast. We've got to the left, Racine Pendarvis.
Come on, wait.
Salutation.
Yes, all right.
Salutations.
Tony Nelson in blue blazer.
Hello.
Looking like he's going yachting.
Yachting. Yes, you better go yachting.
And then Yarde Noir, editor at large.
What's up, folks?
All right. And we've got a very, very special guest, Savannah Wanza.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Wanza.
Hey,
There's your camera.
that's
right
your
there.
camera right there.
All right. So, of course, this is still March, April, so we're still celebrating our March, April issue featuring who? Chaka Khan.
Chaka Khan.
Damn.
Can we
get
show that
yourself.
image? Can we show that image, Igor? All right. The one and only, y'all. She's so fabulous.
She's the queen of
Yeah,
everything.
she's on tour with Michael McDonald this summer, so you better get there. All right.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
We got to go. We want to get because
That's
it's coming
gonna
to
be a great
Atlantic
show.
City, and so we've got, of course, advertising opportunities within the magazine and on the show. So if you've got an event, you've got something coming up, just
And you
hit
have
us.
a budget?
A small budget, a large budget.
Hey, JJ.
The more zeros, the nicer we're going to be. So anyway, just hit me at Jamil at swervemagazine.com and let's talk about it. All right?
Shout out to Stephen Royster from Los Angeles. Thank you for
Who's
tuning
on?
in.
Lamar says Shaka. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hey, JJ.
Shaka
I see
still
JJ
looks good.
there.
How old is Shaka?
Shaka's in her
She's
70s,
60.
isn't she?
No, she's not 70s.
She's not
in her
70?
No. She'd be
She's in her
60s.
60s.
I'm guessing she's about 65. Somebody Google that and
Yeah,
let us
someone
know.
Google
Someone
us and let
Google
us
that
know
and
how
hit us
much
up.
the con,
I'm
how
guessing
old the con is.
65. What you got, y'all,
I think
Racy?
she's 65,
I'm
65
guessing
or
65.
66.
I say 60. How about that?
Well, all
She
right.
hold
All
on
in the
60.
middle.
So tell us what's going on. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So this past weekend, of course, we attended the Power 30 event, which was really nice. It was
I
a
had
very
a
cute
nice
event.
time.
I did not get a chance to meet T.S. Madison, which I was disappointed. So
I never saw her.
Yes.
She came.
I know she came,
Yeah,
but
she
I
came.
never saw
Yeah.
her.
She came,
Tammy
but
P.A.
Katie-
looked fabulous.
Thank you.
Your name
Oh,
was
your name is all over the internet.
Thank you.
She talked about you all week.
I said, where's our red hair? Where's our eye powder?
Painted for the God.
She did. She looked fabulous.
Your
Anyway.
breast was sitting.
Thank you.
I
Thank
did
you.
that.
Her toes look good too. I looked down after
Oh, I
she
didn't see
gave
your toes.
after
Baby,
she
she had
gave
raved.
after she gave Racine her graces.
She
I looked
gave
right
Ra-
down at her toes.
Yes.
I said,
Please come and have
She
your hands and
said-
feet done. Visit me.
Tabby PA said that Racine touched her soul, her SOUL, and her SOLE. She said if you're ever in Washington, D.C., please stop past YSL Design on Connecticut
that was a
Avenue
plug.
to see Miss Racine
she sure did.
Pendavis.
Mr. Black Universe just joined. Hello, Mr. Braxton. How are
Yes,
you?
Mr. Braxton.
Yes,
All
we
right.
all need to go past there and get our hands and feet done. I know
Yes,
mine are
please
well overdue.
do. I
Yes.
love the games.
Your feet are well overdue.
Well overdue.
It has been a
I have
long,
a few
long,
slots
cold,
available.
and hard
Got to get
winter.
ready for the summer. Somebody might want to rub them down.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
got to
get
get
it
your
right.
winter feet right.
All right. So y'all. So what did y'all do this past weekend? Or what you got coming up? Who wants to go next?
Work and graduation.
Oh, that's right. Graduation's coming
Graduation,
up.
that's
So
it.
you are persona non. No one's gonna find you. You're gonna be in a book.
Baby, this next 3 weeks, I have 5 projects that I'm working on that I've got to get done.
All right.
You could do it.
We'll leave you alone. Tony, what you got cooking?
So this is going to be my last week with Swerve for a couple of, maybe I think 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
I'll
Oh,
be
that's
gone
right.
for 3 weeks. Yes, I'm going to miss you guys.
You gonna
but
come back looking
I'm gonna
different?
come back
You gonna-
looking.
Ha.
With a permanent smile.
Ha ha!
Janet Jackson-ish.
Ha! Yes!
But I will.
You're going to get surged. Snatch!
Gonna look like Little Kim when you come back.
Ooh, or Cardi B.
But I will be
Twerking in
back.
your J's.
I will be back, and when I come back, let me see, what do I have going on? I'm going to come back and go straight to First Fridays at Ziegfeld. I'll be back the Thursday before that, so I'll be back for
What is
first
that? What's that? Oh,
for
okay.
First Fridays, and we have started a cast over at Fridays at Ziegfeld's, which will include none other than Jasmine Blue.
Yes, my
Yeah.
daughter.
Oh, Jasmine was great.
Well, she's always, and I said it
She
the
did
other
Tony Braxton.
and I said it the other night, and I said it the other night, and I'll say it again. She is the best performer in the entire DMV. I'm just,
That's
it's
my
just simple
daughter.
as that. And there's so many other. Alicia Kelly's going to be on the cast, but then I'm going to be gearing up for. I'm currently booked for, I want to say, 10 events for the Black Pride. Week.
Wow. Look at
And
you.
I'm going to be.
Can you
super
put us
tight.
on your rider?
I sure can.
Please do.
But what I'm most proud of, and then coming off of that on May 31st, I'll be receiving the Capital Pride Heroes.
Award.
Heroes. I can't wait for them to
Award.
announce it.
I want to thank everyone, whoever, the person who.
Can I tell you? They told me to announce it. Who was one of the persons who spearheaded that was Czar, our production manager for Team Racine.
Thank you, Czar.
He spearheaded a campaign and had people calling and writing you in.
All right,
That is so
Fizz, way
sweet
to
of him.
go.
Wow.
That's just
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Well
so thank you,
deserved,
Czar,
Tony.
and the people who voted. And really quick, if I can, I posted it on Facebook. I'm not sure if I was supposed to do that before they announced it, but I
They haven't
did.
announced it yet.
I did. They didn't tell me They didn't tell me I couldn't.
It's done.
It's
been done.
Is done, and I just want to say thank you to. I got like over almost 500 people
Oh,
sending me
wow.
a congratulations, and that
Wow.
Well, you got to pick out
Really-
an outfit for the parade.
really
and the,
meant a lot. There's gonna be a parade. There's gonna be a brunch.
Yes.
It's gonna be amazing.
And a gala. So
because when
I-
they honored Racine,
be
we
in the
walked
front of the
with
parade.
Racine's.
Yep, you sure
Right.
did.
We did.
well,
And-
Swerve is gonna walk with me again.
Yes, we are. And Racine was twirling, almost fell out the car. I was like, "We're not going to the hospital today." You know
No, I
that.
ain't gonna be doing no twirl. I'm gonna ride, but it's gonna be real cute, and I'm looking forward to it. If Racine is not, you'll probably be commentating the parade again this year.
They did ask me back. I like to come back, and I hope I'll
So
be
my
there.
hopefully my other
I'm claiming.
Okay,
so
yeah, we
hopefully
gotta
my
keep
other
moving. We
Swerve
gotta keep moving.
partners will be walking with me.
All right, we will. Of course, we will. All right, Racine, what do you got coming on? I got
I
a
think
couple
you have
things.
some imaging.
I do. I have an image of you for a mixer.
Yes.
Did
She
yeah.
said turn her mic
Can you
on.
turn the mics up a little bit?
Testing,
there you
1,
go.
2, 1,
Thank
2,
you.
1, 2.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, we're having a spring mixer at XX Plus. It's free. You must be 21 years or older to attend. It is a spring mixer for LGBT and those who are looking to.
And this is in Washington, D.C.,
Yes,
right?
in Washington, D.C. at 1926. Allow me to fix you up. So come on out and meet someone
Do
new.
you have any pictures of the people that are going to be there so we can preview? See who
No, it's not about going online anymore. It's about coming offline and meeting people face to face.
okay.
So my co-host would be Beverly Chocolate White, and we're going to be
We
doing
love
games,
chocolate.
and we're going to be interacting with people. It's going to be a happy hour. You can order food. All invited men, women, all of those non-binary. Everyone's welcome. It's an opening event for all of us
that's
to
a lot.
mix and mingle and have a great time.
All right, and that's that's April what? 16th?
April 18th.
April
This
18th.
Thursday, next Thursday coming up.
And
So-
we had another image of you for your May show. Don't we have the May show? No,
No, that's
you at the
me
Whammies.
at the Whammies. I was a
Right. What were you
presenter
doing
at
at the
the
Whammies?
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
was a presenter at the Whammies, and I was honored to present for Best Pop
Oh.
and Best Rap Album.
Oh wow.
Get
And,
outta here.
Yeah, and I was there, and it was a wonderful, and I was in the company of so many great, wonderful people. Dr. Sandra Butler, Dr. Sandra Butler, who's a historian in Washington, D.C. Aaron Myers was also, they both
Okay.
received awards.
Oh,
that
Aaron's
night.
great musician.
I saw Aaron's ensemble, baby, and I had
was
got my
wonderful.
life.
That's amazing.
And we got another image of. Don't we have one more? No, that was. I guess.
I
there's
think
one-
you might have three.
I think that was it.
That was it?
Was it 3? That was it. You're
Okay,
right. That was it.
fine.
That was it. Okay. I'm sorry. That was 3. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Well, we need new agents because no one booked us to give any awards away.
No.
We need a PR team like Racine.
Well,
I'm
la
saying.
ti da.
Everyone needs a czar. Czar's amazing.
I'm
Everyone
all right,
needs
Czar.
We're gonna give you a
volunteers.
call.
If you want to volunteer, we're looking for volunteers, artists, to do whatever you want to do and showcase your talent and your art. So please email us at askracine@gmail.com.
All right, yo.
I want to give a shout out to one of our regular viewers every week.
Lamar.
Nathaniel J. Thank you so much. He tunes in every week. You know I live for you. And Rodney, my good friend from Newport News is tuned in. We thank you for joining us. Like and share.
Like and share. All right, yo. Let's
Yes,
keep it
Lamar, I
moving.
can fix you up. Lamar just asked that question. Come to the event. Everyone come to the event. It is
Dodi in
free.
the house. Lamar's going to come join us and talk about the Dodi Retreat. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. So let's get to some news. Here we go. The Attorney General, William Barr, he is, among other things, he's investigating LGBT discrimination within the Department of Justice, which is very interesting. He just announced this today. He actually submitted an an EEOC policy. He implemented one because Jeff Sessions did not implement one as required. So clearly, even though he's been testifying and lying to the Senate and Congress about the Mueller report, something's going on with him and the LGBT community. So this was good news today. You know, check that out. You know, that usually happens when you have someone gay or lesbian in your family. So, you know, that's what typically happens.
That's nice.
So anyway, there's no comment from the Peanut Gallery on that.
No.
Then we had another news piece. 3 black churches were burned in Louisiana within, I think, a couple of weeks.
Yes,
Were burned in 10 days in a single Louisiana parish.
Why are people doing that?
Well, who knows? But they said that they're not sure that they're connected, but that's part of the investigation.
But it's quite. I was just watching. This is in Opelousas, which is where my queen, Miss Beyonce Black, is from. And I called her because the mayor of Opelousas, was on there, and they were talking about that. At first, they thought it was just a gas or electric. They thought it was an electrical fire, and then the next one happened, and then the third one happened, and they was like, okay, this is too much of a coincidence.
So that's a little bit too
All 3 are in
coincidental.
Opelousas?
They're in two. I think two are in Opelousas, and one is. They're all like in close proximity. 'Cause they actually
In
showed
north
the
of
map.
St. Landry Parish, north of Lafayette.
Okay.
The 3 fires occurred on March 26th, April 2nd, and April 4th.
Yeah.
Sad.
Back to back to
Heartbreaking.
back.
So
But
our
you
heart goes out to them.
like Whoopi Goldberg said, you can burn the building up, but people are going to
They're gonna come back.
they're
yeah.
going to come back.
Oh, of
You're
course.
What are you doing?
I feel
Who
you.
knows what that's
But you
about?
can't break the spirit.
You can't break the
And
spirit.
that's the blessing. You can try to shake it,
Aw.
but you can't break it.
There it is.
All right, so we have another event. So there was a man that kills his gay lover, and then he gets killed in a car crash trying to evade the police. And his name is Roy McClendon Thompson, 42, in Atlanta, Georgia. He taught social studies at McNair High School and previously worked part-time as chief financial officer for Tabernacle Baptist Church in Atlanta.
This story is
The funny thing, the odd thing about this is we featured Roy and his husband, Maurice Thompson, in, I think it was our September-October issue in 2015, in our marriage section. We celebrated their marriage, which is just an oddity, and it's just a sad story. The person that was killed, I think his name was James Curtis Jones.
I think so.
Yes, in Atlanta. So evidently this is big news in Atlanta.
Well, the whole story is quite interesting because I just read this article. So how it went down was, so he met the Jones guy on Grindr.
I didn't hear about this.
Yes, they met on Grindr. I guess they were talking. According to the guy that he was talking to, the one that he killed, he had called the police and told the police that that this guy had threatened him and he felt threatened. He had told the police that he had never slept with the guy, blah 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 blah. How it went down was, so the guy who killed the guy we're talking about, the teacher,
right?
He was talking to his best friend. His best friend was telling him he met this guy on Jacked, and that he had this experience with him, and then he sent him the picture.
And it turned out to be
the guy.
James.
Yes. And then he got upset about it, called him, and pretty much just went into a rage.
And it's a sad story because, like as I said, Roy is married. He was married to a Maurice Thompson.
Oh,
so,
but this is.
And then there's another twist to
and
this
the
story.
plot thickens.
Hold on, but
Come on, let's quick it. Let's speed it up.
So when the police went there, they had already had on file that he had
they were investigating him for stealing more than $100,000 from his church.
That was before.
Right.
Yeah, that was before this happened. Yeah, so they were sitting out. How the crash happened is the police were sitting in front of his house waiting for the warrant to go into the house.
Oh my goodness.
And he saw them and then bust out the garage, and then the police chase happened. He ran smack into a commercial truck.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
And died.
And he killed. Oh my God.
Himself and
himself.
that guy and so there's
It's tragic.
We'll keep our ears to the keep our
of
eyes
those,
open about this story. Okay.
I'm staying off of those apps.
You can meet good or bad people there.
Right. Well,
seems like a lot of.
It'd be better to meet him on the corner.
I don't know.
The Jones guy said that he told the police that he felt threatened because he knew that the guy had some mental health issues.
Someone said this story sounds like a Tyler
Nathaniel
Perry
play,
It
right?
does.
Exactly.
If Tyler does this, I'm on him. We got to get Tyler. He needs. What's our cut? 35%.
35%.
All right, so keep it moving. So the other thing that happened, Dwyane Wade, basketball player, his 11-year-old son came out.
This is amazing.
And I mean, the level of support that he is showing for his child was just tremendous. And I mean, how enlightened and open are they to embrace this son like this publicly?
The whole family came together and went to Miami Pride.
Right.
He looks just like his daddy, too.
Gabrielle and the son rode on the float.
Well, there were some rumors going around earlier this year that one of his sons might be gay.
Oh, okay.
And so I figured they wanted to just go ahead and tackle it, and I hope that, he's 11 years old, folks. I mean, hopefully he can get some level of privacy so that he can become an adult. I mean, his father and his stepmother are public, but he's not.
Speaking of Dwyane Wade, before we move forward,
last night was his last home game. They celebrated and they retired his number and everything.
If you all have not seen the
Budweiser commercials,
baby, that Budweiser commercial had my eyes welling up.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Absolutely amazing. So if you have not seen the Dwyane Wade Budweiser,
Google it.
Please Google it and watch it. It's on YouTube.
And I'm going to write them a letter. I would love to share their story in Swerve. I mean, we've shared a couple of stories, so we'd love to
share the story of the son.
Yeah.
Right, just how they're managing it and their level of support.
We did that with Andrea Kelly.
We sure did.
I think that's amazing. I know it's gotten a lot of backlash on social media.
It also got some backlash, right?
He did, but
people,
who cares?
People just need to
hate
stop.
is real, but love is.
And it's
forever.
a new day. Any thoughts on that, Savannah? You've been awfully quiet. Come on, talk. Say something. Speaking to the microphone.
You gotta jump in.
Treat the microphone like something else. Okay, all right.
And Savannah's just looking like the pretty blonde girl over there. The pretty
hair
blonde
flips all
Bob
day.
girl over there.
That only gets you so far. And then the last news item is Don Lemon is getting engaged.
He's engaged.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I got something else.
Pose returns.
Pose returns.
Bam!
No, go back. Go back.
Go back to the
No, go back to Pose. Go back to Pose. I'm sorry.
To
I
the
forgot I had
pictures.
that.
Yeah,
But,
Pose.
Pose comes
Serving.
second season June 9th.
June 9th.
Sorry, Igor, I forgot about that one.
It's
Be
gonna be
tuning
amazing.
in.
June 9th. So it should be interesting. They got a whole little trailer out.
Baby, and the promos are turning it.
The promos
I'm
are
living.
awesome. They are. So hats off to
Sickening.
them. It would, an ad
And
and
they were
Swerve
just
would be so
nominated
beautiful.
for a Peabody Award.
Oh, were they?
They were just
Oh,
nominated for
wow.
a Peabody Award. I'm very proud of
I
them.
want to do a watch party. It's
Actually,
June
one of
9th,
the
so we're gonna
trailers
put
is
something
actually
together.
on my Facebook page. If you go to
I
my
think
Facebook
we
page, you'll
should.
see
I
that.
think it would be great.
I'm going to reach out to
Reach
FX
out
for
and
some
try to
promotional
reach out.
money.
Yes, we should. We should do a whole premiere party. It would be sick, man.
I agree. All right.
We got a whole month to make it pop.
So the last news item, Don Lemon he's getting engaged. So now we got Kapow.
Congratulations, Don.
Congratulations, Don.
Congratulations.
There you
It's
go.
wonderful.
Send us some wedding pictures, Don. We'll reach back out to him. Hey,
They'll be all over
D
CNN.
Carey's watching. Hey, D.
Hey, D.
All right, so let's keep it moving. Let's go to What's Hot. We're just a little... Oh, that was part of What's Hot. I'm sorry. We already said Pose, so we did that already.
Pose Big Boy Pride.
Big Boy
Hey.
Pride.
Big boys are always
That's coming
hot.
up this weekend, y'all. And I don't know if they
la,
have any
la.
tickets,
God, I missed it again.
but it's gonna be bigger and bigger than
In
ever.
Florida.
I think they got like...
God.
Is it in Florida?
And
Orlando.
they're already in
It's
overflow
packed.
hotels.
Right, right.
Because I saw, baby.
That is becoming the event.
It is becoming the event.
Hats
and
off to
I
Jay
need
and the
to make
team.
it. Come on, Jay King.
Then we got the Dodi Retreat. That's happening in July.
Oh.
That's July 17th through the 21st in
Dodi.
Georgia. And that's a great organization. Lamar is going to come on the show sometime next couple of weeks, I think it is, to talk about that in more depth. So that's a great activity. Dodi is a national organization. They have chapters all over the country. Hey, Rufus. Rufus Gibson is watching. All right, let's keep moving. Clubhouse reunion party.
Yeah.
Bam!
Ta-da!
How?
March,
Get
May
you
26th.
some.
That is going to be the event of DC Black Pride, y'all.
It's going to be
Get
amazing.
you, and it's at 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Y'all
Come on.
don't come to DC for Pride and not go to the Clubhouse reunion party.
Yes, God.
And I'm so honored that JJ asked me to come back this year again to speak and do the tribute about telling stories of the Clubhouse.
Are you booked for that too?
And my story will be how the Clubhouse is a soundtrack to our lives.
All right,
It really
okay.
is.
I can't wait. It's going to be nice.
Oh, we used to roll up
that
under
event,
the
that event is
trees.
really. I have a theory. I think that event's going to take over.
I
the
think
Pride.
so, too. I think
I
so,
mean,
too.
we're going to all be coming to town for that.
At
Okay.
least for it at least gives something.
Is your mic on? Is this mic on? Yeah. Okay. All right. Turn it up a little bit.
Can you
All
turn,
right.
turn it up?
All right. So then we've got, of course, the last. Say it again.
Hello.
Oh, there
Hello.
you go.
There you go.
We can hear
There you are. You
Talking
there?
and talking.
Yes.
Then we've got. Oh yeah. Put that up. Push. It's green. It is green. Yeah.
I can hear
All
you.
right. We can hear you.
There you go. That's better. But
All
I,
right.
for some
Just
reason,
put
I
it
like
in your
mine.
mouth.
Then we've got the Swerve Model Contest. April 15th is the deadline.
Tax day,
I've
y'all.
been tweeting about
Submission.
it.
Do we
Have
have
we
that?
been getting a lot of folks enter?
I've gotten some. I got to check again, double check. So there it is. Now's your chance, all you would-be models. We're giving away $300 cash prize for 2 categories, male and female presenting. You get cash, and then you also get featured in this September, our fall spread.
We're going to do a whole fashion spread
Coordinated by who?
by Yarde
By
Noir.
Yarde Noir, the one
Editor
and only. So
at
it's going to be
large.
fabulous. Those will be your shots going forward. I can't wait. So I'm
That's
excited.
gonna be amazing.
So we're going to select some semifinalists, and then we'll arrange for them to be voted. We're going to push it out in our May-June issue. All right?
Yes,
Did that
God.
say a category senior full-figure diva?
We don't discriminate on age. It's male and female presenting.
Presenting.
Oh, okay.
All you have to be is what?
Fierce.
You got to bring it, baby. Bring it. Okay.
Fierce and fabulous.
So we have a very special music spotlight. I know we did something on Earth Tone. He's a rapper in our community. He's great too. But Bugs Gooder, I've never met him. I've only seen some of his stuff. And Tia Carter, they've come
I think
together.
that's Gutter, baby.
Is it Gutter? Bugs
Bugs
Gutter?
Gutter? Oh, okay.
You haven't downloaded?
I
Okay.
think that's Bugs Gutter, baby.
He's 1 minute. Okay, he's super sexy, and he's got another piece. We're going to show. It's very erotic.
There's another piece.
I need water. We need.
Oh, it's
we need
another
water
piece?
for
He
the
has
other-
another piece?
This
Ready.
other one. We'll show that at some other point.
Uh-huh.
We
Show it
need to be
tonight.
warned for that.
We need to
Is
be
it- is
warned.
it
Make
hot?
a warnings. I like that. Why did we show that one first?
No, we're not gonna show that.
I
one first.
agree.
This one is like the community one. It's
okay.
uplifting
The
and
PG-rated
empowering.
one.
Right.
Okay, send me that.
But he's got one. Oh my good, and it's got something for everybody. Everybody's fondling everybody. I'm like, ooh, I'm not old enough for this, but let me watch it again. You let us know when you get ready, Igor.
Yes.
10 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
Everyone on
by the way,
Facebook,
I
like
do,
and share.
Today is National Siblings Day. So shout out to all. I have three biological sisters. I just want to shout them out. Love y'all. And I have a whole plethora of gay siblings. Love y'all. Y'all know who y'all is.
All right. We're ready. All right. Kick the video.
When it's nightfall, everything changed. Can't trust nobody, it's a damn shame. You aiming for the fame, make them know your name. Cause when it's nightfall, it's a whole different game. When it's nightfall, everything changed. Can't trust nobody, it's a damn shame. You aiming for the fame, you make them know your name. Cause when it's nightfall, it's a whole different game. Put a pound on them, told that nigga get back. You got the snakes and the dogs in the same pack. Cats moving real funny, hear that click clack. And I ain't accepting no pleas when it's payback. Hold it down, mean it if you said it. And never follow through with it if you might regret it. Hustle for a living, born and raised in the trenches. Labeled a statistic cause I get it how I get it. I'm smooth and I'm laid back, but I can be a maniac. Same place you rest at, end up getting slain at. It's crazy out here, they crazy out here. You see Satan in my eyes, you try to play me out here. Play it cool, keep it thorough, I will never fold. Every bit I did alone cause I ain't never told. Face many obstacles, searching for a pot of gold. Most my people die with secrets that were going told. When it's nightfall, everything changed. Can't trust nobody, it's a damn shame. You aiming for the fame, make them know your name. Cause when it's nightfall, it's a whole different game. When it's nightfall, everything changes. Can't trust nobody, it's a damn shame. You aiming for the fame, you make them know your name. Cause when it's nightfall, it's a whole different game.
Ready to throw my hands up, I don't wanna fight no more. Getting rid of all the things I don't really like no more. Got me dreaming in the day, waiting for the night to fall. But I can't give up on it yet, it's just impossible. Time to switch up on the focus, need a bigger reason. Mood change like seasons, find out what you're needing. Ain't no point in weeping like a baby when he teething. So when you're done letting it out, blow your nose with Kleenex. Therapeutic for a second, but it's temporary. Trying to fuck the world, doggy style, over missionary. I ain't got a girl, but my man is a visionary. Because he see the light like me while they all stalking about it. I am a beast of honey, decent, ain't no walk in the park. And if you disagree, then shoot your shot and pray to the Lord. Show for you, ain't no one will listen to it. And I can understand when you're so easily
when nightfall, everything change. Can't trust nobody's attention. You for the fame, make me know your name. Cause when nightfall, it's a whole different game. When nightfall, everything change. Can't trust nobody's attention. You ain't for the fame, make me know your name. Cause when nightfall, it's a whole different game.
Make me know your name.
They were saying when the night falls.
All right. Are our mics live?
It was daytime.
Mike's
I
live?
love that. I think
they
that
was-
was
Mike's
amazing.
live. There we go. All right,
They
y'all.
weren't using because it was the daytime.
Thank you.
But when
All
night
right, y'all.
falls.
So night falls.
When night falls.
All right, that was nice.
A little story. Y'all
Yes.
had to give me some of the context to the
Yeah.
story. I missed some of it.
No,
but I
because
got
the
it.
lyrics.
falls,
The lyrics is like when night falls, everything is different.
changes.
Everything
Right, yeah.
changes.
That's what they
So it was during the
said.
day, and they weren't using because it was during the day. But when the
Right.
night falls,
Because they got clocked.
they got clocked.
That was so well put together. We got to do some more with
It
those
is.
artists.
The production is very, very well. The musical production is very, very well.
Right.
I actually like the hook. The hook was
It
catchy.
told a beautiful
It did.
beautiful story.
And just
Kudos.
FYI, Jamil, you win. Chaka Khan is 70 years
70.
old.
I
No,
told
she's
y'all.
66.
Send me my
Somebody
check,
said
please.
No, they said 66 early. She
I
had
thought 70 was somebody said
no,
72.
She's not 70. She's 66.
I said
Trust
70.
Me.
She's don't.
I used to
seem like
sing
she's
background
66.
for Rufus.
You know what Shaka did? She did.
Let me do my
she
own
follows
Google.
me on.
Right, that's
she
what we're
follows
doing.
us on Twitter now that we got the thing. So I'm just going to ask her myself.
And we're about to do our own
And
Google.
she's been liking all those likes.
Has
And her
she?
people
I
have
did
been
see
liking
it.
all
Yes.
that. They have. We love you, Chaka Khan.
We do love you,
Her
Chaka.
team has been on it. They've been liking all the posts.
Okay, come on,
Chaka
Shaka.
Khan.
All right, y'all. So I want us to talk with our guest here.
She was born in 1953.
Ooh, okay. Can
She's
you do the math?
65. I won. I knew it.
Bam! Right there. For 200. For 200.
65. I'm a huge Chaka Khan fan. That's why somebody said 70. I was like,
I'll get
I
you
know
a
I'm-
Diet Coke
I said,
for
I
that.
know I'm right. I'm sorry, Savannah. But I said, I
Savannah.
know I'm right. Y'all know how much I live for Chaka Khan.
It's your shocker moment. Go ahead.
And we talked about all last week, didn't we, Tony?
Yes.
You did. Okay. Yo, Savannah Wanzer, she wears many hats in our community. She's a transgender activist, but you're a community activist across the board. You really are. And you've been involved in a number of things, but one of the things that you started last year is sort of pioneering, and that's May is all about trans. Did I say that right?
That's right.
So
May
tell us
is
about that. Tell us
all
about
about
this.
trans. Well, this is our second year.
Speak to Mike.
This is our second year with May is all about trans. And what happened was this is the spin-off of Capital Trans Pride, which our topics at Trans Pride is only half an hour to 45 minutes. So I came up with the idea of May is all about trans, where our topics that focus on just the transgender community, we can talk up to 3 hours.
But you have events planned every day of the month, isn't
Yes,
it?
I do.
Like what? Tell us about some of the activities.
Well,
we
the kickoff is Trans Summit,
Okay.
May 1st.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to be at MCC Church.
And that's in Washington, D.C., folks. It's
Yes,
in
it
Washington,
is.
D.C., folks.
Yes. And then after the all-day summit, we have a reception at Busboys and Poets.
Oh.
So it's an array of things. It's like small things, big things, all over the
Conversations,
city.
award ceremonies.
Oh, wow. Okay. So who's being
and-
honored this year? Anyone in particular?
Yes, we have
Racine, Tony.
Organizations is HIPS, community
Oh,
activists.
HIPS is great.
Community activist is Ian Brown,
And that's
Kim
L.
Gordon.
And L.
And Miss L. Washington.
Miss L. Washington.
Yes,
She just
Elwa.
posted
She gets
today.
the new Advocate Award.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to L.
And Jessica Hawkins.
So tell us about. So I see how this came about. You said there was a void, but then what's been the impact, and then what are some of the goals and objectives with this?
Well, the impact has been fabulous. It's been well attended. All the events have been well attended, especially the educational events. And then it's well attended for the social events, like the one y'all attended last year and
Oh, that
presented
was great. That was great.
awards
Yes.
at the
Really nice.
It was amazing.
yes, that's the community mixer where all of the communities that sponsor and support the transgender community just mix
I had a
and
marvelous
love.
It was
time.
amazing.
And I see people are
Right.
coming. It's not local. I mean, people are coming from all over the country.
That's
to this,
true.
Right?
And then last year it was at Commons, but this year we have stepped up and we at the Library of Congress.
I see.
Oh.
And it's going to be co-hosted by Kiki.
Funchies.
Miss Funches.
Funchies.
She
And
did a great
NBC
job.
Lovely
Ford,
Miss Kiki.
Leon Harris is
Yes.
co-host. I love Leon. He's
Yes.
great, man. Leon
And
Harris.
he's
Leon.
following me because not only is he going to be the host, he's also making me a hero,
Wow.
a Harris hero.
And you
that's-
deserve it long overdue.
Man, he is
And
great. If
congrats.
you ever get a chance to meet him, he is so focused on
is.
supporting the community.
Yeah.
we love.
And what I like so much about that story, this is one of the first stories that the transgender community is not in a negative light. We won't be murdered during this segment or missing or
It's a
anything.
celebration.
In that.
It's a celebration of
Yes.
life.
And you know,
Yes.
I like to say this. I applaud you because even though it is important to celebrate our pride and have these wonderful days of celebration, sometimes people forget the importance of how the trans community is spearheaded, the pride movement, and how all of these amazing women and men were our warriors on the front line. And not just looking at them for just a day, but 30 days of celebrating the greatness, the achievements, the wonderful achievements of these amazing transgender warriors, but allowing people to come into spaces and places to have conversations, to interact, to embrace, to celebrate, and which allows folks to just not think about just 30 days, but 365 days.
That's correct.
Right.
And I want to put emphasis on the partners that we have joined.
Yeah, tell us who some of the partners in this event.
I'm one of our newest heroes that we have to commend is Black Pride. Black Pride has allowed us to bring back the transgender town hall.
So that's DC Black Pride?
Yes,
Okay,
that's DC
okay.
Black
Okay,
Pride.
DC Black
Come
Pride.
on
That's
up.
going to be on the 25th. Now, last year we had a very large attendance. So Earl said, well, we got the trans town hall for the next 5 years.
Okay.
And this year it's going to be the elder trans topics, and then we're going to vacate the room and turn it over to the youth.
Okay.
So that they can pick up where we left off, because all the activists now are tired. We older. We want to be relaxed.
Speak for yourself.
But you have to prepare people. You have to prepare
need
the youth to
succession
pass
plans.
so
That's
you can
right.
pass the torch. You have to.
Yes.
All great leaders prepare their successors.
Right. And then also we have all day at Westminster Presbyterian Church.
Which day is that?
That's going to be Saturday the 11th.
Okay.
And kicking it off, we'll have an all trans art showing.
Wow, you got everything.
Yes, and then from the all art showing, we're going to go into the open mic. Anybody, doesn't matter, LGBT, red, white, blue, purple, orange, everyone is invited to that. And then the final part is a movie, Trans Military. That's a big topic, and we're having a discussion after that.
Oh, it sounds like an
But let's
amazing.
talk.
And
let's
you've
talk-
also have, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jamil.
Go ahead.
You also have something with the wonderful ball community.
Oh, yes, that's going to be at Church of Pilgrims across the street from Fireplace, and it's serious categories with cash prizes equaling $5,500.
Who's the judge? You need judges. I love
What's
the
this, a
chop.
ball?
I
The
haven't
team,
chopped. I
the
love
team
chop.
has picked the.
Is
the
this a
team
ball?
Has, yes, it is. It's a ball.
Oh.
I like
It's not
judging
just
ball.
any ball.
I
It's
wanna-
a trans
I want to
ball.
chop. I like to chop. I'm sorry.
I don't want to sit. No, you don't want to chop, baby. you don't want
I
none of
learned
that.
my my lesson.
I think the only people that need to be sitting on ball paddles are people from the
people in the
club.
All
community.
people. Yeah.
Baby.
And also after Trans Pride, that's Sunday the 19th, we have all trans church service at Westminster again.
So we need. So where can they get all the schedule? What's the
That's what
website?
you
Can
will
we
go
post
to.
that?
You will go, sure. You will go to mayistransdc.com.
May is
is
trans,
trans.
and we'll post that.
DC.com.
Yeah, and the reason why we added DC, because my vision is May is Trans LA, May is trans
Right.
MD.
That's right.
May is trans GA.
And we want to emphasize that this is not just for the trans community to come out. It's for all of us.
For everybody to come out.
Advocates,
That's
for
right.
allies, for all of us to come out.
And then we even had one conversation that's called joining the bridge between gay men and the transgender community, which will be our third conversation.
What
and
day is that?
That's well attended. We're
We'll
gonna
look it up, 'cause I need
we're
to
gonna
be-
go to May.
I need to be at that.
Well, let's talk
that
about
event.
that. Let's talk about some of the issues because we may not know what some of the primary issues that the trans community is dealing with. Like what? Like I know there's the violence, but there are other things.
It's
just around
violence, and,
daily
and,
life.
and it's the point of being outed regularly by a gay man.
What do you mean?
This was actually an interesting topic. This topic came up across Facebook, and we were having a conversation about it, about gay men, even though you may be a good Judy with one of the girls, a lot of times the gay men will out the girls.
What do you mean out the girl?
Like, she's one of the girls.
No, not one of the girls. They say, well, that is a man. That's what they say. For an example, once I went to visit my doctor, and the security man was there, and the check-in receptionist was liking Savannah, was really feeling
Okay.
was
We
really
exchanged
feeling
phone numbers
Savannah.
with the-
No, we couldn't because this gay man made sure that they would know all about the history of Savannah.
So Savannah, and this is a question just to educate. So it is improper for someone to say that was a former man. Is that improper?
It's improper to tell
And tell us
anybody
why.
anything personal about anybody
Right.
without their consent.
Got it.
So no one should
that's
be
for you-
telling
that's for the
anyone's
individual to
tea.
share, right?
Right.
Right.
Status is another thing. People out people of their status. I seen you in the clinic and boom.
Right.
And that's where stigma comes into the
So
picture.
it sounds like we need to bridge the community, and much of it may be from an educational standpoint. We, especially here in D.C., we live in a bubble, and we have the luxury to segment based on, the men, the masculine men hang together, the feminine men hang together, the women hang together, the dom women hang together, and so we still don't come togetare as a collective community, and then we don't
true.
know about each other.
That's
But
right.
what do you say about things like, okay, perfect example at Racine's ball. I think the lady from Chic, one of the
Skylar?
she was shocked that one of the trans men that was walking was used to be a woman, and she was like, I'm shocked, and H.M. was sitting right next to her, and she was telling H.M. this, and I really want to say, well, so was he,
Gay.
but not as a way. But I didn't.
Right,
but not as a way to out.
That was his job.
Yeah, I didn't. But not as a
And
way.
you know what H.M. did? H.M., after everything was over, H.M. said, well, let me tell you, I am a trans man, and showed her
Right.
H.M.'s childhood pictures.
Oh, wow.
And they dialogued for about maybe 40 minutes after the ball was over because she was so mesmerized.
She was
had so many
mesmerized.
questions.
But
And
see,
she
that's
said,
the moment
"I
of
thought-"
education.
She
Right.
said, I thought I really...
She
thought
thought
I
she
had
was
seen
educated.
everything.
Well, she did
I
go to Duke Ellington.
But
so.
I was transfixed. I was across the room, but I was transfixed by their conversation. But
Skylar, we got to bring you on the show.
But
We
in
gotta bring
all to be transparent, there was a part of me that wanted to say, well, so was he, but not to out him, but because out of a sense of pride.
Right.
For him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Should have really worked and said, well, so am I. That's what you should have did.
That's what would have got her.
That's what would've got her.
I've had to work a couple of people because sometimes people, just because of my character, I've been accused of being transphobic because of
Because of your character?
Yeah. They
Miss-
said that
Miss
character.
what the fuck?
Yeah, and that's the character. But I've had to educate people on my history with the trans community. I mean, I probably would not. I probably it would if it wasn't for the trans community. I would not be an MC. I would not have created the.
And remember, you was the first MC at Trans Pride, 2007. 2007.
And I reminded this young person of that too. No, dear. I was the first trans MC. I also sat on the board of transgender empowerment. I also transgender health empowerment. So please let me educate you. So I'm saying it to say that thing that it kind of goes in both directions also. And how do you address that? Because you don't want, especially with the young kids, that everything is there's a lot of you're transphobic because of this or that or this. How do you address that?
I address it through educating a person. A racist doesn't know that they're racist unless someone tells them about their actions.
Right.
What if you have a person who consistently cries wolf when sometimes it's not about the wolf? It's not the wolf. It's them. Because I mean, and I've had experiences. I love the girls. I live for the girls, baby. I fight for the girls. However, very much like Tony, I have been accused
being homophobic too.
Transphobic.
I've never been accused of being trans.
Well, it's just it was just this year, and it was by social. But let me say this real quick. We had a question on here from Rodney Cantrell Roper. Rodney, I'm going to direct.
I don't see it here.
It's on my watch party.
Party.
Rodney, I'm going to direct your question to my interview with Amalia Black in Swerv magazine, and she addresses this issue that the question that you're asking. She somewhat addresses that, and I would like.
Well, what is the question?
Well, his question was, what if they look? What if they look the part like a man in a wig?
Oh.
And before that, he said he's absolutely loved to be an LGBTQ advocate. So it was a honest question, but I want him to go and check out the article.
Yes, she gave a great answer.
She
to
gave
that.
an amazing.
And my reply on that would be, is who I tell you that I am. You should respect me.
Right.
I could look like a gorilla with a wig on, and if I still say I'm a woman, I still expect you to respect who I am.
Gotcha.
Right.
Wow, that's powerful.
That's powerful.
Which is why I think it's extremely important, like especially now in areas that about cultural competency, like at UDC, it is a part of the culture now that they have infused that when you introduce yourself, you go, my name is, my pronouns are.
Really? Everywhere?
Yes, it's a part of the culture.
I tell you
at our
what,
school.
UDC is ahead of the curve on a lot of stuff. I'm impressed.
Yes, and when you, even in our classes, we are
people are doing that with
pressed.
emails. I'm getting emails
Yes.
too, and your email, your signature block,
your name,
and then
and
you put
your
your
pronouns.
Really?
But Rodney,
Really?
And it's amazing because I'm a self-identified two-spirit gender blender. And I'm not offended if someone says Miss Racine or Mr. Racine. I don't really get off on that. It's how you treat me and the level of respect. But it's important that too many times I think human decency and kindness and respect is the most important thing to everyone in general. And sometimes if you're unsure, if Pat may read Pat with a beard, if Pat says, my name is Pat, you would say, good morning, Pat. Good afternoon, Pat. How are you, Pat? Simple kindness and respect goes a long way.
That's right.
And then we have to learn trans telephone courtesy also. When customer service address you, don't use Mr., Mrs.
Well, I think that if you correct them and they continue to
Because
go back, because I don't think that's fair to like. If
You
I
can't
see a
always
name,
tell.
I'm going to call. If I'm a telemarketer, I can't see you.
Well, I try not to.
Right.
I'm an executive assistant. When I'm doing like letters, I don't try to decipher what the name is because I've gotten in trouble with that. But I just want to tell you, Savannah, that Rodney said, thank you very much. Absolutely, he definitely understands.
All right.
He's understands.
Thank you, Rodney, for understanding.
Yes.
So many people don't understand, and they would want to take our lives
Right.
for that.
Right, and that's the reason why I thought it was important to I'm glad he asked the question because it's important because he wanted to be educated. and it's important to do that. But Rodney, I still want you to go back and read Amalia's.
And it's available on our website, but get a copy.
Get a copy.
And we want him to
Go pick
come
up a copy of Swerve.
And we want
in
him
North
to come
Carolina.
to that
You're in Norfolk.
conversation.
Right, because she addressed the whole issue of passability and the importance of passability when she first came out years ago versus now, and how that was how that could save a life.
Yeah, there's privilege in it.
There was
Right,
privilege,
right,
the privilege
yeah.
in it, or the perceived privilege in it. It's a powerful article.
Yeah, it was. We love Amelia. So I had a question, because one of the issues that has gotten some spotlight but doesn't get the spotlight it needs is the level of violence towards trans women, especially trans women of color. What does that stand?
Violence is on trans women and trans men. It was just a trans man that was gassed and put on fire. And then,
really?
yes, and then also we just have, what's the name, Ashanti. Ashanti was just killed on Eastern Avenue.
Yeah.
Here in
at
Washington,
6
D.C.?
around about 6 p.m.
When did that happen?
That happened
Last Sunday
week.
or-
Yeah, last week.
Yes.
It was just
I
in
mean,
the news.
is there? At some instances, there's been some level of outrage, but there hasn't been enough, especially within black circles, in the black community around it.
We've been to politicians, the mayor, everyone, the chief of police, and everything to get more of these murders solved. And we're just having rallies regularly. And it's just.
Is there no turnaround? It's still.
We need more protection and.
Just say this.
Does it education
You're
the
being
community?
kind. You're really being kind, but this is the truth. When Becky with the good hair is killed,
Yes.
more attention is paid. When Ayanna with the kinky hair is killed, less attention is paid.
Black Lives Matter.
And Black Lives Matter, Black trans lives matter, all lives matter. But unfortunately, there is a disproportion of how crimes are looked at when they're crimes against women or men of color.
Of course,
Exactly.
of course. Well, we got 1 minute left, so
I
I
do
want to
wa-
make sure that
I-
people know where to get the info. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I do want to say on a quick note that since we are talking about trans pride, I am. I think it's absolutely amazing. They are honoring Marsha P. Johnson at New York. Marsha P. Johnson.
I mean, who's honoring Marsha?
Capitol Pride.
New
New York Pride. It's
Yeah.
their 50th,
really?
50-year anniversary. They are actually honoring
Stonewall.
her this year of 50 year
Okay.
of Stonewall, and
she
they are
was one of
honoring
the
her.
coordinators.
Yes.
Right, she was the one. I think did she throw one of the first?
Through one of the
rocks?
first bricks. Yes.
Her, Sylvia Rivera, and so many others were
Yes.
there on the front line.
Yes.
And unfortunately, when Pride started, it started on the backs of trans
Trans
women
women.
and
Right.
trans
It did.
men.
Yes.
Of color.
Of color.
Definitely.
Which is
make
why
that
I thought
very
it was so amazing that
And it
they
was
are
so
actually
strange.
honoring her
Remember
this
they
year.
did a movie? They did a big budget movie.
Yes.
They created this white
Girl.
male
Who threw the
character
who's supposed
who
to
was
do-
never there.
Right, who was never there.
They just created and
Right.
added, and the whole story centered around this hypothetical character.
Yeah.
And the folks boycotted. I still haven't seen that movie.
Nobody
Neither
should.
have
I
I.
know.
And no
Anyway,
one should.
And then
so we
if-
got to wrap up soon. Go ahead.
If you want to learn more about the transgender community, go to mayistransdc.com.
.com.
And a couple of my other topics is addiction and HIV versus PrEP in the trans community.
Okay.
Which are
Tell them if
very,
they can't come, please, they can support. They can sponsor.
Send a few
money.
pennies.
We have
Yo.
we have a tab called Donate. You hit it and the instructions follow.
All right, yo. So we're gonna have to get out of here. Savannah, thank you for coming.
Thanks for the invitation.
And
with
we
my
will see
friends
everyone
the table
at
with
May
my-
is Trans.
May is
Miss
Trans.
Emo.
from the
DC.com.
first, from the first to the 30,
From the first to the first, I'm gonna thank my cast members.
Yes. See you
Yarded
next week.
Noir, Tony Nelson, Racine Pendarvis.
Blessings.
All right, y'all.
See y'all next
Thanks
week.
for joining us next week. Deuces.
Bye.